Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about what it's like to suffer from seasonal affective disorder. Let's get into it. So I've lived in Michigan for the past, okay, let's see, I moved here in '09. So I've been here for about 13 years. Yep. No, not '09. I've been here since 2010. Okay, so 12 years. So I've been here for about 12 years. And I never knew like about seasonal affective disorder. And so when I moved up here, I was with my boyfriend, who's now my husband at that time. And so he was taking a psychology class. And so um, he was noticing like I would become more moody. I would be more sad, more sleepy, kind of like more irritated from the person he knew um, prior. So we met in Florida. So he kind of knows like my energy and my balance from the time we spent in Florida, which was like a long time. And even we spent winters in Florida too. So a winter in Florida too. So he kind of knew like how I moved. So when he noticed like I was so shifty, my mood was so shifty in that psychology class, I guess they began talking about disorders and depression. And so one day he came home, he was like, I think you suffer from sad. And I was like, I'm not sad. What are you talking about? He's like, no, sad is seasonal affective disorder. So basically, when the weather changes and it becomes more cold outside, you kind of become more moody, irritated, more depressed, um, in just a few words. And I was like, yeah, you know, he was like, yeah, it's because you don't have the sun and the vitamin D from like the summer times or the warmer weather. And I was like, oh, okay. So I always knew that I love the sun, always. Like, if it was sunny, I'm out. I'm out in the sun. I'm absorbing all the sun rays, all the vitamin D. And it's not like I thought about it like, oh, I need to go outside and take in all this sun ray. I just knew like, oh my gosh, it's sunny. My energy was high. I was like, I need to get out. I need to go socialize. I need to go be me. I need to go boop, 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 boop. I need to go be places. So that was me. But in the fall here, I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to answer no calls, like nothing. Like I just want to shut everything off and go to sleep. And so, as we did research, well, as I did more research, um, I kind of confirmed with myself, yeah, like, yeah, I do have SAD. So on the campus at the college or at the university I was attending, they have like sunrooms. So they had like lights, and you can go sit in the lights for like 30 minutes a day and absorb the lights. And it's supposed to kind of change your mood. Did I do that? No, I didn't do that because I didn't see like why would I waste my time sitting in some sun or in some light, you know? But I mean, I guess I could have did it. I mean, now I do consider investing in those light bulbs, but I still haven't. And so we'll talk about treatment towards the end of this video, but that's kind of one of the treatments. So, so today, you know, um, is it difficult for me to rise up in the fall? It's very difficult for me to get up. And I find myself having to hit my alarm so many times. So I'm the type of person like once my alarm goes off, I like to pop up out the bed and I like to go, you know. But in the fall, I'm like snoozing, snoozing, snoozing until finally I'm up. And then sometimes I catch myself like after I've done my errands that I want to go back to sleep. But I've been pushing myself to don't go back to sleep, stay up because you don't want to decrease the level of energy you have already built up. So I'll push myself and kind of do some other things that need to be done. And so a lot of people are not aware that they suffer from seasonal affective disorder, and some people are aware that they suffer from it, especially if you move from a warmer climate to like a cooler climate. You can actually see the shift in your emotions and kind of in your activity. And sometimes you see the shift because you're gaining weight. Now, granted, hey, in the wintertime, you have a lot of holidays and you're eating a lot, but it's very different with seasonal affective disorder. I think like my appetite definitely increases, and I think we would say it increases because you are more um, stationary, and you're not doing that much. And so you're probably mostly at home. So you're just craving and you have access to more food than if you were mobile and just on the go. You wouldn't be constantly stopping to eat food. That's just my hypothesis, but I could be totally incorrect, but it kind of makes sense. Um, so it is equal, like the percentage of women and men who suffer from SAD. Um, it is stated that it is pretty equal across the board. But some research I have found states that women suffer from seasonal affective disorder 4 times is 4 times higher than men. I'm not sure. I mean, the research is conflicting, but I'm gonna stick with it's equal. It's equal. So only about 10 to 15 million of the population in America suffer from seasonal affective disorder. And so let's talk about treatment. Um, I did say it's light therapy. So you want to get light that is equivalent to 10 10,000 lux. And so 1 lux is equivalent to like 1 candle. So technically it's like you need some type of light that is equivalent to like 10,000 candles. And for me, it's like, okay, 10,000 candles. That's also heat. Okay, so you like the heat, okay, and you like the sun. So you're getting like sun rays. You're getting sun rays, okay, and that's what I said. Like I love the sun. Put me in the sun today, boo, I am gone. Okay, like I moved back to Florida a couple of times, just seasonally, and my mood, my activity totally flipped. Like I lost weight. Okay. I was so happy. I was gone. I mean, despite everything wasn't always so perfect because, you know, dealing with transition and stuff like that. But as far as emotion, my optimism, just everything was just high, 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 like heightened. Like when I say like the speed of light, like I was traveling like God's word. Okay, like just like that. Okay, so yeah. So I did when I returned back, I was like, and so till today, I'm kind of like, we need to relocate because this ain't doing it for me. And it's really interfering with me. So yeah. Let's see what else. So other treatments is antidepressants. Um, they say it works. I'm not one for pharmaceutical drugs like that. And I don't think mine's is like extreme like that for me to be taking antidepressants. I just deal with it for the 6 to 7 months and move forward. Move forward. Um, but if you have to take antidepressants, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with it. Speak to your doctor, your psychiatrist, whoever it is you need to talk uh, to get yourself balanced. Because some people level of SAD might be more heightened than others. I mean, I'm not a medical professional, so allow them to diagnose that for you. Let's see what else. Also, you could move. There's a such thing called winter birds. So, or snowbirds. So basically, they go down south when it starts getting cold. And so I have considered that idea for a while. Like me and my husband has discussed it. Just me relocating during the wintertime to a warmer state and seeing if we can balance like that. Um, he has considered it. Um, Unfortunately, his job does not permit it um, at this time for him to relocate. So he's stable here. But I have considered it. And so the only reason I don't think that I have done it is because um, my kids, that is super important that I don't really want to have them going to school and then coming back here, and then we're just constantly back and forth on the road. What else? And also, I really don't want to separate my household like that. Um, I don't know. And then it would have to be something that a long term thing. It doesn't make any sense to do it for short term. So, wintertime in Michigan literally starts in August, end of August, and it doesn't go away until about May. Okay, April. But I mean, the kids will be in school from August till about June. So technically, it's like I don't live in Michigan. So what would be the point? So we'll just be visiting him for the summer months, but then how do you live like that? How do you maintain a marriage or a relationship like that? Um, and what about the children? They need their parents or their father um, in their lives. So the option is not feasible to me. It doesn't jive. Now, say for instance, he was in a career that allowed him to work remotely, or he could just always be back and forth. Now that works because then we would see you frequently, weekly, or every 2 weeks or something for a extended period of time, and that would work. But at this time, it doesn't work. So we're trying to figure out ways to make it work, and one day, hopefully, we'll have a solution. But this video is just to talk about seasonal affective disorder. So, if you have been attempting to determine whether or not you have seasonal affective disorder, um, ask yourself, when it gets cold, am I sad? Am I more lethargic? Is it hard for me to wake up? Has my appetite increased? If so, then you want to ask yourself, hey, how am I in the summer times? Do I have more higher energy? Do I see, is my appetite increased in the summertime as well? Because it might not be sad. You just might be all around depressed. Okay. And then, so you might have to see a specialist or a psychiatrist for that specifically. But the seasonal affective disorder, as you can hear, it's seasonal. It's seasonal. Um, Even like when I first moved up to Michigan, one of the first things I had an issue with was the cold, and I would have seasonal allergies. So literally, the cold would send my face, like I would swell up. Like it would look like somebody punched me in the eye. Like my whole face would swell up, my lips would swell up. My like I had to take Benadryl. I would be at the ER getting like the EpiPen or whatever, the allergic reaction stuff, because literally it would randomly happen. I was in the grocery store one time, and next thing I knew, boo, like it looked like a bee bit me in my eye, like no. So um that was, and so if you kind of do have like seasonal stuff like that happens, um you might have sad. Let's see what else. And maybe you also might want to pay attention to what people tell you. Sometimes somebody might tell you like, "Hey, you're a little moody. You're a little moody during the winter time," you know? And if people are saying like, "Oh, you're so different in the fall than in the summer, or in the spring, or in than the winter or the fall," take a look at that. That might also give you an idea if you do have seasonal affective disorder, or just ask people that you know, like, "Hey, I think I have this. Um, what do you think?" And define like the components to sad, and let them tell you. And really, people will describe you, or I've been described as, "Hey, you seem so sad." Like, I went to church the other day, and the lady was like, "Oh, are you okay? You seem so sad." And it was gray and rainy out, and I was like, "No, I'm not sad. I just, I just got so much going on." But now that I look at it, it was like the weather was changing. Now I understand why I probably was giving off that energy. But anyways, if you have any comments about seasonal affective disorder, if you want to talk about your experience, if you have been diagnosed with it, you want to talk about your type of treatment, go ahead and leave that in the bottom. Let me know. If you have any questions or comments about it, leave it in the bottom. Hopefully, I can respond to it. Um, if you like the video or the content, go ahead and hit the like button. If you know somebody with SAD, uh, hit share so that they can possibly determine whether or not they have SAD or not. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. It was a nice time talking to you guys about SAD. I usually don't like to open up about issues that um, might be viewed in a negative light, but this is a part of who I am. So I decided, hey, why not let you guys in and let you guys know, like, I'm not perfect. I do suffer with some type of situations here and there. So sad as it. But, that's the only part. But I typically like to be all happy with a smile on my face. Anyways, guys, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. Um, if you like this type of content, let me know, and maybe I can talk about different type of topics or different type of conditions or medical conditions that may occur from transitioning from a warmer state to a cooler climate. And maybe I'll let you know kind of like my experience too with that. Anyways, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. I was carrying on for a long time. I love y'all. Bye.